We were self-assured. It's a long road to wisdom, but it's a short one being ignored. Be in my eyes, be in my heart, be in my eyes, be in my
Good job, buddy.
Every time I try to tell her how I feel, it comes out, I love you. You got whatever it is.
Welcome, everyone. A wedding is such a wonderful occasion, filled with hopes, dreams, and excitement. We are here today in this beautiful location to celebrate the love that Jeff and Whitney have for each other, and to recognize and witness their decision to journey forward in their lives as marriage partners. Who presents this beautiful bride to be married? Her mother-in-law?
Who's yours?
One of the greatest joys of the wedding day is the joining of the couple's families and friends. Jeff and Whitney are filled with gratitude to each and every one of you for the loving, caring support that you have given throughout their lives. Being able to share this wedding day with you, surrounded with your love and support, is a treasured blessing. Knowing that your best wishes go forward with Jeff and Whitney, strengthen them as they embark upon their journey as husband and wife. Jeff and Whitney have asked two people very close to them to read a few words that they feel best exemplifies their relationship. We will first hear from longtime friend of Whitney and Jeff, Mrs. Krista Weaver.
A reading by Louis de Bernier. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots are so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because this is what love is. May your roots grow towards each other underground, and when all the pretty blossoms fall from your branches, you find out that you are one tree and not two.
We will now hear from Jeff's sister and longtime friend of Whitney's, Miss Catherine Harrison.
This is a reading by Bob Marley. He's not perfect, you aren't either, and the two of you will never be perfect, but if he can make you laugh at least once, cause you to think twice, and if he admits to being human and making mistakes, hold on to him and give him the most that you can. He isn't going to quote poetry, he's not thinking about you every moment, but he will give you a part of him that he knows you could break. Don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect more than he can give. Don't analyze, smile when he makes you happy, yell when he makes you mad, and miss him when he's not there. Love hard when there's love to be had, because perfect guys don't exist, but there is always a guy that is perfect for you.
Let's please be seated. I've had the opportunity to visit with the families and talk about special values and stories from Whitney and Jeff, and I'd like to share just a few. Whitney, our dear sweet Whitney. Your mom and dad talked about you coming into this world, weighing in at just 3 pounds, 14 ounces. Dad said, seeing you for the first time, there you were, arching your back, kicking. He said, I knew at that moment you'd be a fighter, a survivor, and one with a fiery spirit. We talked about your commitment to family, and you never forget birthdays and special occasions. Your mom shared how every Veterans Day you make that special call to your uncle, and you thank him for the years of service protecting our nation. But Lacey and Mom, they knew something was on the horizon when you started talking about family recipes and favorite dinner menus and getting all domestic. And our Jeff, a rugged man, with sometimes a hard exterior, yet you have a loving, caring soul that runs deep with true integrity. Mom and Dad talked about your ongoing commitment to family traditions, keeping them alive and strong. You like stability, and you put full effort into everything that you are passionate about. Catherine said, when it comes to family and friends, Jeff has your back. Now, when I individually sat down with Jeff and Whitney, there seemed to be a few differences in how the courtship began. So I thought I'd provide a little clarity for you. In a man's life, there comes a time when that special woman is ready to cast her web upon you. At that time, you have no idea it's happening. But from that moment forward, you are slowly and with great precision reeled into that web. Jeff, remember the days tending bar at Sparrows, and Whitney would come down and saunter in? Yoo-hoo! Reeling in. How about years past, when you would get together with friends, and at the end of the night, you and Whitney always, by fate, naturally ended up together. Just the two of you catching up on good times. And remember that magical date night at the Mariners game? Bam, gotcha. As a matter of fact, Brad and Kayla figured out from the age of 9 years old, ever since you were neighbors, Whitney's had around. Well, Jeff finally realized he thinks this could be something special. It feels different. So he thought, I better get a solid, stable income. Provide for his family. Remember back, Jeff, those early mornings after a hard-fought Friday night football game? Or after a special night out with your buddies? Out on the town with your buddies? And the next morning, big cookie, knocking on your bedroom door. Bright and early, 4, 5, 6 a.m. Son, are you ready to go out and do some merchandising? And you telling your dad, I will never get into this crazy business. You have got to get up too damn early. Fast forward to today. Jeff and Whitney, you are successful entrepreneurs, taking ownership of your territory and paying it off ahead of schedule. And you are in the final steps of purchasing your new home. Congratulations. Jeff, you did touch my heart. When you said growing up, you could remember, asking your dad, who was your friend through the years growing up? And your dad would always answer, son, your mom is my best friend. And you looked me in the eye, and you said, Mike, I finally get it, because I too am really my best friend today. Whitney and Jeff, you keep each other grounded. Your communication will continue to get stronger each day. Between your parents, you have over 72 years of experience to help you better understand the peaks and valleys of the road you choose during your journey as a couple. Please turn and face each other. There is no obligation on earth sweeter or more tender than those you are about to assume. There are no vows more solemn than those you are about to make. There is no human institution more sacred than that of the home you are about to form. True marriage is the deepest of all relations. The state of matrimony is based upon a deep, invisible union of two souls who seek to find completion in one another. Jeff, will you take Whitney to be your wife? Will you grow with her, laugh with her, and support her? Will you always strive to make each other better as one? And above all else, do you promise to never forget the friendship from which your love has grown? Whitney, will you take Jeff to be your husband? Will you grow with him, laugh with him, and support him? Will you always strive to make each other better as one? And above all else, do you promise to never forget the friendship from which your love has grown? Jeff and Whitney have written their wedding vows and will now read them to one another.
I promise to love you, to commit to you, and support you. I promise to build you up and show you things about yourself that make you special and beautiful. I promise to grow with you. I promise to be myself and love you for who you are. I love you, and that is the beginning of everything. I choose you for life.
I promise to love you, to commit to you, and support you. I promise to build you up and show you things about yourself that make you special and beautiful. I promise to grow with you. I promise to be myself and love you for who you are. I love you, and that is the beginning of everything. I choose you for life.
Jeff and Whitney, please collect your rings. For thousands of years, lovers have exchanged rings as a token of their vows. These bands are of not great value themselves, but instead are made precious by the wearing of them. It is worn on the third finger because the belief of ancient times that vein from that finger is directly goes to your heart, thus connecting emotion and physical body. A circle is the symbol of the sun and the earth and the universe. In these rings, it is the symbol of unity, in which your lives are now joined together as an unbroken circle, in which, wherever you go, you will always return to one another. May they remind you always of the vows you have taken today and the promises that you have made. Jeff, please repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and friendship.
as a symbol of my love and friendship.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you, and I am honored to call you my wife.
I marry you, and I'm honored to call you my wife.
Whitney, please repeat after me. I give you this ring
Give you this ring
as a symbol of my love and friendship.
as a symbol of my love and friendship.
With this ring, with this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you,
I
and
marry you,
and I am honored to call you my husband.
and I am honored to call you my husband.
Let no man or woman tear asunder what fate and love has joined today. Inasmuch as Jeff and Whitney have consented together to this union of marriage, and you have pledged your faith to each other here in my presence and the presence of your family and friends, now, by the authority vested in me, I am pleased to announce that you are husband and wife. Jeff, you may kiss your wife. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Jeff Harrison.